So the next beer I wanted to talk to you guys about for January of 2023 is the My Triple. This is a beer that we've made before in a lot of ways. It's 10% ABV, triple hazy or New England style IPA. We made a rice-based triple IPA with Foundation Brewing Company in Maine, who we have a great deal of respect for and still talk to quite a bit. But this year we're making it sort of on our own as My. That's MIMI. That'll be a single release. Again, primarily barley malt, oat malt, wheat malt, traditional New England IPA base, with the addition of some rice that we'll gelatinize in-house for an extra sort of kick of ABV without any heaviness to the beer. So for us, the goals in higher ABV IPAs particularly is to make them still be balanced and drinkable at that higher ABV. And we think rice helps a lot when you get up over 9%, frankly. So that's what this beer is for. The Michigan Chinook, the Michigan Crystal that we've used previously, we'll use again. We love those hops. They're frustrating because they're quite a bit different than the West Coast versions or the West Coast grown examples of the same kinds of hops. So Chinook, for example, on the West Coast is very spruce forward. And here in Michigan, where it's grown with different soil and a different season, it tends to have more of a mango character. And there's still a little bit of pine buried in there, but it's almost like that kind of hint of almost turpentine flavor you taste in a mango, as opposed to a kind of a standalone character of the hop. Michigan Crystal, similarly, is much more tropical flavored, grown here in Michigan than it would be elsewhere. So interesting hops, and really an interesting sort of adventure into a really drinkable beer at a higher ABV. So while we're showing our low orbit at a much lower ABV with a lot of similarities in terms of flavor and aroma, this is kind of the OG of that New England style, in that with the higher ABV, we tend to have a much more intense flavor and aroma because the hop oils tend to be more soluble with a higher ABV. So beer that we're really excited about, that'll be available in cans toward the end of January and the beginning of February. And we'll have more for you on social media, certainly in terms of actual dates and when you may expect to pick that up in your area, along with hopefully our beer finder on the website. So it's been great to talk to you. Thanks for taking the time with me. We look to talk to you again next month about some new releases for February, March, and then throughout the year.